Enough of the goofy goober. Enough of the goofy goober stuff. All right. We here, ladies and gents. So today is the day. Finally caught a K live. Yeah, I actually haven't done any in like almost a week until last night. Because I just didn't want to, low key. But we're back in the plains. We're in the plains. It's good to be back. We have a 10 hatch strong tornado risk today. We have convection all up and down the dry line, which is much different compared to the last few events where we struggled to get dry line convection and the storms would disintegrate. But we do have robust storms going on. We got we have two tornado warnings. One of them is confirmed. There's a Landspout ongoing near Akron, Colorado. You can imagine how beautiful that is. It's a big funnel, pretty ground circulation. I can't show it on stream because it's not mine, but I did retweet it. So if you'd like to see it, I retweeted it. Beautiful Landspout, which is to be expected out here in Colorado. With all that ambient vorticity in the environment, you get any rain shower and you get tornadoes from it. So, yeah, this is ongoing, but in all honesty, it presents a very, very low threat to any populations. We're out here in pretty much rural Colorado with a slow-moving, nearly stationary, just meandering Landspout. So, not much of a real, significant tornado threat with that. Up here, though, we have a completely stationary supercell. It legitimately hasn't moved at all. And, it's been 30 minutes now. And we've probably moved maybe a couple miles. It is just it's stationary and just sitting there. Yeah, the Landspout. There we go. If you Eagle dropped a picture or a video actually of the Landspout that's ongoing. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. This is the first day of a big outbreak sequence so far. Okay, so we're going to be live for quite a minute throughout the night because we got to see the first HRRR run of Saturday. So Saturday looks like a big time event. Basically, Saturday has the makings of a substantial severe weather outbreak, tornado outbreak kind of thing, and so we got to really watch it. There's some concerns about morning convection with Saturday, and that was sort of what held off a day 3 moderate because that very much was on the table. A day 3 moderate was kind of held off because of that morning convection issue. But on the 18Z HRRR, which doesn't show the event, but it shows sort of the beginning of the day. Morning convection is little to no issue. The cams are showing that this is about your extent of morning convection, and it's really early in the day. So this is probably going to be all elevated convection that won't affect the surface and is going to move off rapidly to the northeast. Deterministic models were showing a bit more convection, like widespread rain showers across eastern Oklahoma that would be really problematic. But what the high-res cams are showing is not that. So morning convection is less of a problem now because it seems that recovery behind this isn't much of a problem at all. I can put on 3 cape just to show you. And, we're starting to recover right behind it. It's not, and even if we somehow didn't, you can see that we have quite the instability plume at 1 p.m. working its way up into northern Oklahoma, or moving its way north into Oklahoma, into Kansas, all that. So any elevated rain showers are really not going to do much of anything, so it's not much of a worry anymore. The models we do have that show the outcome of Saturday is the Rufus. Now, I don't like the Rufus because it over-convects, but it's about the only thing we have right now. The MPass RT model's coming in very slowly, but that'll let us see as well. But this is what the Rufus projects. Granted, it over-convects just a little bit. That's a problem with the model, but you can see that the Rufus is definitely printing. You know, we have pretty widespread supercell initiation, and like the day 3 SPC outlook, you know, I mean, it was a very high-end wording enhanced risk. They mentioned scattered discrete supercell development along the dry line and open warm sector development. The dry line's already bad enough, especially when it's, you know, scattered supercells. It's never wording you want to hear. That's pretty widespread. But when you have open warm sector development ahead of your dry line, I mean, you just amplify how long your tornado threat's going to be around for. I mean, it just makes it so much worse. You know, it gets so much more widespread. The impacted areas grow like substantially. So Saturday is tough. So the HRRR run comes in about 9 p.m. Eastern, around 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. But yeah, so we're watching this. This is day 1. Now there's this boundary here that basically anything past it goes a little elevated. So we have to watch because we have some good storms over here west of Scott City that are actually quite robust. But the problem with them is they're chugging along here, and they might outrun that, which is not good for the storms, good for the people. But there's no shortage of convection because west of Dodge City here, along the dry line, there is plenty. There's literally no shortage, and they seem to be sustaining themselves, which, you know, was the main concern. Is, you know, we're capped. How are these storms even gonna initiate? Are they gonna sustain? Are they gonna be robust? And they are. There's plenty of them, and there's plenty of convection that can help with mergers, which is the problem we had last week. Last week, you guys remember, we were just in the same area. We were watching a very isolated storm go up, and it got absolutely entrained and disintegrated by dry air, and it had no mergers to help overcome anything. This is not the same. We still have plenty of daytime heating. We're nowhere near close to sunset. We're hours out from sunset at this point. The instability only continues to grow. We have plenty of storms that can assist in merging. You know, it shouldn't be an issue. And with storms already growing, like some of these up to 41,000 feet, you know, a strong tornado threat is really, really in play. And I was a little concerned about it in the morning because it, you know, we were trending a little more capped, but, you know, it seems to be doing all right, you know. Can see some of these are pretty much super cellular and ready to go. They're just, you know, they need more oomph. If these merged, I would be pretty confident that these would produce. But hold on, we'll interact here. I'll set the sector and the screen up here. Perfect. And then I think, what should we put on for? Should we put on VTP, violent tornado parameter for this, or surface-based cape? Maybe surface-based cape would work the best. Just see our parameters. But you can see there's a little bullseye of 4,500 joules a kilogram of cape out there. I mean, there's no shortage of instability. For tomorrow, where would you go if you were out chasing? So in your area, man, I would probably be. It's really consistent with an arc of supercells that fires and moves in a western Iowa, kind of just somewhere in. I'm gonna draw a box, okay? Somewhere in this box. Somewhere in that box, and I guess it would be where, you know, wherever you want to go in that box, wherever's closer would. But, you know, with an arc of supercells, you know, as long as you target ahead of it, there's not really a way to target it wrong. Does that make sense? Like, you're gonna be, you could just pick one, essentially. Um, and we're definitely trending a lot more west over the past few runs, so um, we'll see. We'll just somewhere in that area. I'm gonna try Nebraska City and Falls City. Falls City, I think, is right on the. Hold on, let me look this up. I'm gonna look at Nebraska City first. Oh man, I'd go Nebraska City. Actually, Nebraska City looks fantastic. I think Nebraska City might be the play. I think Falls City is a bit more south. I think you could actually go something like Auburn in between both of them. I think that'd be a good middle ground where you could shoot south at something, or you could shoot north at something, or you could just be in between. I like to usually play in between two targets, just so But I honestly think Nebraska City might be perfect. Just try to get there, 21Z or so probably 4 p.m. and chill out there. But this isn't going to be a kind of thing where we have a cat bust or, this is a very different kind of environment. You have nothing to worry about in terms of if the storms are going to be there. The storms are going to be there, and there is a plethora of low-level instability to get them going, and they're going to be producing tornadoes. That's pretty much... there's not a lot of days where you're very surefire on something, but with days like this where you're kind of along the low and you have just this arc of supercells and there's such high 3 cape, the concerns for tornadoes are, you're going to have no problem. You're going to have no problem producing. Like the new thumbnails? Thank you. Am I either gonna skip school or get out after lunch, dude? I'd say skip, honestly. Well, I'm probably not the best. But I would probably skip just to really get, But we have a tornado warning now near Bird City, up in northwest Kansas. And there's so much vorticity out here. Like, seriously. Any of the Arkansas threats? You're in a severe risk every day. And that does, I might put something in the bird. Look at these guys out here, man. We're going to back it up a bit. Oh, yeah, I see it here. Look at that. Looks like a brief little tornado. I mean, you can't really... Holy cow, yeah, it's anticyclonic. Oh, it was on the ground? Holy cow, look at that. Dude, it's entirely anticyclonic right there. Look at that. What? Look at that. This is like something out of the southern hemisphere, you know what I mean? We have it's completely upside down. Completely upside down. There's your rotation. What? Look at that. That is incredible. Dude, give it up for Kansas, man. You don't see a lot of anticyclonic supercells produced like this. That's really dope. That is really dope. Wow. That's incredible. Yeah, apparently there's a rope tornado in Bird City. Wow, man. So chasers are probably having a field day. Like I said, man, up here, bro, this is your target. Anywhere near Colorado should be your target, you know what I mean? Like all this just vorticity that's just out there. I mean, look at how much these boundaries are spinning on their own. Like, look at this. You can just see in the reflectivity how much there is to just... And I think that's exactly what happened. Look, the boundary crossed right up in this thing, And I think that's when we get this little appendage, starts to drag it a bit, and it looks like it spins it up. Sort of a little goofy fluid dynamic kind of thing going on here. The boundary passes just by, and then... Dude, that's awesome. So yeah, tornado on the ground with us, an anticyclonic tornado. Dude, that's one for the memory vault, dude. That's impressive. So we're already having just tornado fun time out here, which is to be expected. And again, these guys down here are growing pretty robust. I'll keep my eye on this one here. But I'll look at radar scope. And yeah, these guys are sustaining themselves pretty well. And it looks like we're having convective initiation along the entire dry line, even as far south near Amarillo. So, you know, there's the potential we could really realize our the full potential of today, especially because we have so many storms and they don't seem to be struggling that much. Up near Akron, this guy looks to be getting his act together. Give it up for Akron and Yuma for 8 million tornadoes, as always. Let me click on that there. Let me see what's going on there. Wow, man, that is pretty. Little rope in back. Really tight rope. Awesome. These are those kind of days, man. It's so good to be back in like spring and have some high plains action, man. It's so good. Yeah, I'd watch the Akron storm a bit because this area, in terms of climatology, I mean, always there are tornadoes, always. So that's something to watch up there. I'm gonna switch back over here to this anticyclonic tornado. It's probably, I don't know if it's on the ground still. But oh whoa, what do we do? Oh, gotta let it load in, dude. That was really cool. That was really cool. Good for SIGs? Probably not. But they did confirm it for this rope tornado. Rope anticyclonic tornado attached to this anticyclonic like supercell. I mean, this is crazy. That's pretty dope, man. You very rarely see that. Like, I do want to emphasize, you do not see that often at all. The high-res sim finished, did it? Do you have like a video of it or anything that we could play? I'll show screenshots in a sec. Okay, so what we did, and a few of you were on live last night, but basically Saturday looks like a very substantial day, like a possible tornado outbreak kind of deal, okay? One of the bigger days that you'll see in a while, you know? So there's a atmospheric, I don't want to call it atmosphere, the fluid dynamics engine, okay, called CM1, and basically you can punch environmental conditions into it, and it can generate storms based on the ambient environment. So what Arizona was doing is basically got some soundings, and you throw them into CM1 essentially, and you let CM1 with just the environment. You're not making it do anything. You just give it the environment, and whatever happens happens. So when you plug a sound, there's a specific sounding that he's been using from Kansas on Saturday. When you plug it into CM1, it generates a textbook supercell with a tornado-like vortex ongoing, and he's sending some screenshots. But it's really dope. Really dope. And we'll show those in just a minute. Actually, hold on. I'll kill this real quick, and I can show you guys the first one. So okay, so this is the one. This is the one that was generated last night using the environment in Kansas. This is what CM1 output. So I mean that's pretty classic. I mean that's pretty crazy, honestly. I mean that is very well defined. I mean you can even see like the RFD gust front in there. I mean that is very impressive. So this one was kicked, and he ran a more high res one. So I'm definitely excited to see that. But very well defined. So any storms that are ongoing, and at least the NAM's depiction of Saturday in Kansas, which the NAM is usually a little more amplified, a little more cracked out, I guess you could say, than the other models. But this time it's not actually that cracked out. It seems to be on board with most of the other model solutions, at least, you know, the deterministic models and some of our other medium range stuff. So any storms that might be ongoing, if they're discrete, could look like this on Saturday. And this obviously is a like textbook tornadic supercell. So, you know, yeah, and Wichita put out on that Saturday could have violent tornadoes, which is not something you hear often. The Lawrenceburg radar got it working, and I'm super happy. Good stuff. I didn't even realize I had it. Because what I've been using is when I first got GR2, I was like Wheeler. I just had Wheeler send me all the radar stuff, and I just threw it in there because he just had the file on deck, and it had the Lawrenceburg stuff in it, and it's got a ton of stuff on here. Like there's random DAOs out here, like from like I know these are for the Goshen County EF2 out here. These DAOs out here, and then there's like so many all over the place. There's a Rax pull out here from El Reno. So much stuff. The Lawrenceburg one is super cool, though. I mean, it is super dope. It is super dope. Okay, so is this... Okay, no. I'm just tweaking. How you get to local NWS forecast? So, do you mean like a forecast discussion? Sorry if I'm sniffly. I'm still getting over a cold. You just go, basically, you go to the hazards page, right? You click around. We'll go to Wichita's. Then you click this map again. Just anywhere on the map. It doesn't really matter. And you scroll down, and then you'll see forecast discussion right in there. Then you click the forecast discussion, and bam, there you go. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, they were mentioning violent tornadoes yesterday, and no surprise, especially with that environment out there. It's pretty. I mean, it's quite volatile. Quite volatile. Even for I keep clicking the wrong one. Even for you know, plains standards, plains tornado outbreak standards. I mean, it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. So what I'll do here is, wow, okay, highlight the entire page on accident. That's what I'll do. We'll pull out here somewhere in this near that low level jet plume. Did you get an idea? Okay, we're a little too bad. Or I'm on Friday here. What am I doing? Okay, so this is about 3Z up in northern Oklahoma, and This is a bit wonky. Name's being a bit wonky. We could probably try a little earlier here. The NAM is being weird. But again, the environment, you can see that, I mean, we have a butt ton of low-level shear, plenty of instability to work with. The NAM is just being a little weird with the photographs here. It's making them a little more compact. But we're having more, again, the NAM is being weird. There'll be more, you know, elongated, long photographs. NAM is making it a little more compact and weird, but especially with some of the deep layers here that we have, it shouldn't be much of an issue. This looks to be convectively enhanced, so I don't know how well this is out here. This makes a little more sense for how the environment could look, and you know what? It honestly reminds me of May 20th a bit. 2019. It reminds me a bit of May 20th. You know, just with less of an EML to work with. But definitely a concerning day ahead, to say thy least. Now, I don't think I'll be live for Saturday because I'll be chasing Saturday, not down there. I don't have the time for that, but I'll be in the northern mode in Wisconsin, where we'll have this like kind of sagging cold front, and we'll have supercells fire off that, and have an all hazards thing kind of going on there. Look at these storms out here, man. They are chugging along. Chugging along. Your Dodge City. I'll go check it out near... Wow, man. Really pretty tornadoes out here. Yeah, the HRRR did pretty poor with convective and initiation today, which is not surprising. New tornado watch as well, west of Dodge City. This whole region here, this whole area here has been plopped under a tornado watch now that storms seem to be initiating. And we'll go, I want to actually see the probs on that. Yeah, couple strong tornadoes. A couple strong tornadoes. Scattered hail up to apple size, and scattered gusts up to 75 miles an hour. Yeah, the HRRR mixes out along the dry lines, which is so annoying. But we do have some discrete supercell action out here that are developing, and they're holding on actually completely fine. So, you know, I think that's it, man. I think it's pretty much a waiting game at this point. We have discrete supercells maintaining themselves, and they're far south enough where they won't get completely obliterated by the cool side of any boundary or anything. So it's pretty much game time. I think that's why they threw out the tornado watch with a few strong tornadoes on it, wording wise, because I think it's pretty much go time pretty soon, especially with some of these supercells. They seem to have a pretty decent mid-level mesocyclones. I mean, we're looking pretty high aloft here, mid to upper level mesocyclones here, but you know they're cranking and they're ready. See how they progress. See if they become a little more right movie. And we'll see how the day goes, man. But would kill somebody? Yeah, it can. Really large hail can severely injure you. I mean, it's definitely nothing to play around about. I would definitely watch this storm right here. Again, we're really far away, but like near Mantor and Johnson, just because we have these rear flank storms kind of impinging on this, and you can see how it's affecting the storm. It almost makes it look like it's trying to curl up a little more, and we're kind of far away from any radar to see what's going on closer to the surface. But anytime, you just want to be careful with like rear flank mergers, or those backside mergers. They usually they tend to kick off tornado genesis in some cases. Sometimes it's a little too much and you'll really mess up your storm, but sometimes you get a perfect like middle ground and it just propels these storms to produce like crazy. But a lot of these are just exploding, like 47,000 feet over here. So these guys are blowing up out here. It really shouldn't be much of an issue. I mean, it seems we have punched through that cap, and it doesn't look to be an issue. Seriously. COD products, or oops, not products, satellite. I would want to see the satellite. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, we got them blowing up big time. We'll go right here. Look at them, just like a nuke goes off. Look at them, just blowing up big time. Real agitated cumulus, and blew that off. So, but there is stable air behind the boundary over here that it's pretty much stationary, but it's slowly meandering west. You can see this boundary here, this cold pool enforced boundary, and anything far east of that is kind of cooked. That's pretty much how the killer of those storms here is this boundary. But you have plenty of room to work with, especially with such high instability. You guys probably see in the corner, I mean, in this area we have a butt ton sitting in air-to-air missile. I don't know why it was doing that. I still have no idea why the Rufus was launching like missiles. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. I don't know why it was doing that. It was so weird. See a video BP out of, okay, that is, well, great profile here, dude. Pretty much that's kind of unhelpful. Okay, we'll pull a little more near Goodland, Kansas, and that's probably more realistic rather than pretty much nothing. But yeah, low-level shear is going to increase with time. At least that's the expectation. And our strong tornado potential will come in big time. 850 here. You see, I have some semblance of a low-level jet already. Even more so down south. So I think the VWP down there was just being weird, but we're going to really expand that low-level jet overnight. That's pretty nice. And in terms of surface-based cape, I mean, we are screaming into extreme instability out here of 4,000 joules a kilogram just ahead of these storms. So there is, again, no issue with instability. There's not much of a worry with these guys. I think they're just going to go and they're just going to do the thing. I think that's it, man. I one of the major uncertainties with the day is if storm initiation was really going to happen, but, it looks like it's there, so. There we go. I'm going to take alright, bro. Tornado imminent in South Dakota. Really? Where at? Oh, I see. I see. It's one of those days, man. It's one of those days. Are we confirmed again up here? Near Bird City again? Yeah, there's like a looks to be like a little QLCS type spin up in there. Up near South Dakota. I do see that. Or no, that's supercellular. Looks to be 2 areas of rotation in there. Wow, completely merger induced. Okay, I imagine this is another Landspout that's ongoing. Yeah, nothing really to see on velocity. But yeah, totally merger induced. This thing just got bloop. I mean, that is something. Kind of a supercell squall, like gust front merger kind of thing happened. You know, where you have the supercell here, and you have this gust front coming out, and it really strengthens that streamwise vorticity ingestion. It really, you know, it builds this basically this ridge of high pressure right near the RFD of the supercell. So basically, any streamwise vorticity ingestion that comes from here just gets shot up the side of that ridge of high pressure that it comes at the storm, and it just basically forces tornado genesis. It's like whether you like it or not, it's happening. So we have the simulation now. Okay, so this is the high-res simulation of a storm in the environment for Saturday. Oh, wow, look at it spinning down there. Oh, wow, dude, look at up here. What in the hell? Dude, did you just see it? What okay, so you had 2 supers. You have this one right here that's producing. You can see the rotation down here. So this thing's spitting out tornadoes. And then a supercell develops just north of this one, produces another big tornado right in here, and then it occludes like north, right up there. Look at that, man. You can see that it is producing. That is really cool. Yeah, cyclic. Very, like, cyclic. Very cyclic. Really, really cool. Just seeing the storm dynamics here, you know, it's like, you can see that it's producing tornadoes. You can see the wrap-up in the rotation. That's pretty dope. You know what interests me so much about these is they show vortices along the rear flank downdraft gust front, and that's what's so cool is you'll have these vortices that spin up along the rear flank downdraft gust front in there. You can see multiple of them, and they'll wrap around into the tornado, and they will do just such cool stuff. They'll just wrap around and dance around the tornado, and you'll get satellites, and really, really cool. Yeah, that's really dope. It really took just one storm and then developed another one, initiated another storm like right on the I've never seen that happen in like a CM1 sim before. I've never seen that happen in a CM1 sim before. You should post that on Twitter. You should post that on Twitter and be like, using Saturday's environment. I mean, you'd probably get 1 bajillion likes. I think people would really dig that. Good idea, yeah. Post it, and then post the sounding for Saturday, and people will probably lose their marbles. That's awesome. That's a really cool simulation, dude. I need to get CM1. I tried to get it on my old laptop, but I think trying to get anything on my old laptop is a bad decision, given the dude, that thing couldn't even run like tic-tac-toe. Dude, it was terrible. It's so hard to use. I think if you just follow like there's tons of tutorials online, you'd figure it out. I know it's a pain to download though, at least when I tried. Okay, this guy out here near Stonington. I really wish there's probably people out here. I mean, I can almost guarantee there's chasers out here, but it just sucks because how far we are from radar. Oh, look, there's probably somebody out there. I'm going to drop a picture in here, posted. Good stuff. I'll tweet it. I'll read. I'll hyper amplify it. I'll give it a bajillion retweets on each one of my secret accounts. Not working right now? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Almost typed my MetaMask. Well, alright, bro. That is so fun to do, though. So far, I've been doing that to, like, most people who post. Just be like, hey, yeah, my phone is not... This guy up here is a beefer. Wow. Really beefy. Actually. Up near Scott City, dude. Scott City has some incredible tornadoes. Like we were talking about this just last night. The tornadoes in Scott City are usually on the Dodge City Day, are usually overlooked. I mean, for pretty obvious reasons. Like, I mean, it's no surprise why the Scott City tornadoes are overlooked by the Dodge City ones, but those were just as pretty. I was in Scott City. I wish I was there. Those storm mergers on Wichita County, Kansas are looking concerning. Where at? Out over here? Because it's completely stable over there if you're talking about like way back over there. Check DMs. I'm gonna have to look at that. That screenshot's kind of not great. Let me look at it with is that legit? I can't tell because they're color table. I don't know where they're looking at because it's really small. Near Wall, South Dakota. There could be. Angel Brock is insane. Dude, the legend. The legend. South of Goodland radar. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean, and it's kind of a classic. I assume you're talking about this, but it's a very classic setup here where you have three supercell structures, and they're all stacked like this. And if you're a chaser, this is the best thing in the world because what you do is you sit south of the southernmost supercell, let them all merge, and then the southern one instantly turns right and starts swinging out Sigtors. That's basically the progression, like all the time. Not that this will happen, but that boy oh boy is that common when you have these stacked three storms like that, and the southernmost one goes nuts. Has anyone seen the 21Z wrap? I have yet to see the 21Z wrap. What did it do? Holy cow. Holy cow. Look at that. It's like a big box sounding. Man, dude. We're loaded. We're loaded. And how does that progress with... oh, that's as far as it goes out. Let's go a little north, where that low-level jet might be a bit stronger, perhaps. Farther south, I want to see. Wow, dude. So it doesn't seem like the modeled morning convection that people are worried about. Again, I was talking about this earlier, but it doesn't seem like it would... It's going to be much of a hindrance. Then it's Saturday uptrend. Yeah, on a technicality, yeah, because the morning convection doesn't look to be that significant. It doesn't look like there's going to be much there that's going to hamper the event. Like at least with what the HRRR showed on the 18Z run, the concern was this convection here could really hinder the day, but dude, that's not going to do anything. Especially at 1 p.m. and it's mostly cleared out, elevated, just blah. Like that's not going to be a problem. It's just the deterministic models were they're really overzealous with the coverage of that and fairly like widespread rain showers, but the cams don't agree with that. They're like, okay, we're going to have morning convection, but it's not going to be anything substantial enough to kill the event. I mean, it's basically scattered light showers. Like, so, and the wrap here is loaded. And the wrap tends to underdo low-level shear here. So, you know, the concern... Let's play a fun game of cherry-picking the highest area of the low-level jet. Just to see that we are cooking out here. I mean, it shouldn't be an issue. It reminds me a lot of 520, bro. It reminds me a lot of May 20th, 2019. But obviously that event didn't pan out. But in terms of the ceiling and everything, I mean, dude, this will not be much of a problem, dude. This is gonna be a day, man. It's gonna be a day. Dude, I'm really anticipating the HRRR run. It's coming out in like 3 hours. Honestly, I think it'll be like an all-timer. Honestly, I think the HRRR run, at least one of the HRRR runs and the next, 2 days, I think are going to be ones that will be like legendary status, low-key. What time will Saturday start? I would just be awake by 2 p.m. I'd be awake by 2 p.m. and ready to go. Because we might have initiation at that time. Like, we'll have that forcing arriving a little earlier than you would expect for most plane stuff, so. But really nice. We're cranking that low-level mezzo out here. Again, with that southernmost storm. I got state tests next week. I know a lot of people do. But we have a strong mezzo out here, and I'd really like to see some chasers and what they can see. These guys out here are just dancing along, and this one seems to have just gone nuclear. 50,000 feet. Just probably big time hailer. But yeah, my attention is here right now. That is where I am most concerned, I guess you could say. Anyone here mess with pulse storms with infinite cape and no shear? They're fun. They can be fun. Dude, they'll hit you with the wet microburst of all time, though. That's for sure. Wow. Oh, wow. I'm going to drop another link in chat of one of the Landspouts. It's really fun until you own a car. Yeah, I feel you. Living in the Fort Worth area, you should get a free hail insurance. It should be like a mandatory. Look in the comments. Yeah, I see that. There's a big funnel on top of it too. Pretty dope. Has somebody got a Subway, like a blanket that looks like a Subway wrapper for their kid? Oh, no, never mind. They just wrapped their kid in a Subway wrap. Never mind. I thought it was a blanket that looked like a Subway wrapper. No, they just wrapped their baby in a Subway wrapping paper. Okay. Never mind that. I mean, it's cute, but I mean, their kid looks to be enjoying it. I mean, he's wrapped in a blanket, but then he's also wrapped like a sandwich. Subway surfers? What's the most gut-wrenching tornado you've covered on the channel? I don't know. I haven't covered much on the channel that's been gut-wrenching. I mean, the most concerning one I think we covered on stream was probably, you know, the Nashville day, December 9th, probably that. Panama City was an interesting one, but I wouldn't consider any of them gut-wrenching. You know, there's very few tornadoes that are gut-wrenching. I mean, the worst tornado I've ever tracked that was like, oh crap, and I think for most people, honestly, just because of its structure and, like, you know, was Mayfield, probably. You know, I don't think much compares. Like, I just remember that night, you know, like just sitting there, and it was like Rolling Fork for me. Rolling Fork was pretty gut-wrenching, yeah. It was pretty, ugh, you know, just seeing the... Dude, it was like literally a direct hit, man. It was crazy. That was really bad. I didn't expect the damage to be so bad, though. That was one thing, is I was so surprised. I was like, damn, they took a direct hit, you know what I mean? But, like, you know, there was... I didn't think that, like, a, you know, borderline EF5 just occurred, you know what I mean? Yeah, I couldn't believe my eyes either. It was basically that. Like, I was literally sitting there, like just like jaw drop, like actually like, oh my god. Because at that time as well, the thought in my head was there was that brief cycle back in like Western Kentucky or whatever, but at that point I think most of us were assuming that it hadn't lifted once. That like this was one continuous upper echelon historic tornado that was ongoing for like 4 hours. Like it was insanity. It was crazy. Like, and especially as it cored Mayfield, just seeing like the 3-body scatter spike off the debris ball, and like, dude, I was losing my mind. I was like, how is this happening? Like, this is incredible. And the fact that even after Mayfield, it was still ongoing for like an hour and a half. It was crazy. In the radar scans as it went through Bremen, where the wind speeds were like, God, what dude, gate to gate, it was like 300, and it was outrageous. It was like 300 and I want to say like 12 miles an hour or something on the gate to gate. It was crazy, you know. So that night, the EF5 discourse was all over Twitter, you know, and the morning of, and it was like one of the first times I've seen true like EF5 discourse on Twitter that wasn't weenie. It was like widely accepted that this was the drought breaker, you know what I mean? I fully expected it to get rated EF5. I mean, especially with the pictures that came out of Bremen. Like, I remember the day after, there was drone video of like Mayfield was bad, but like outside of Mayfield, that one lake, the subdivision that was around that one lake in Kentucky, I can't remember the name. But everything was just swept, gone, and trees were splintered, obliterated. I mean, it looked like textbook. And then the pictures out of Bremen came, where you had that one home that was completely gone. And Windroad, the ground was scoured. It was like, dude. I mean, it was crazy. Like, it was really crazy. That's still. I mean, I'll remember that and the amount of people that passed was so. I think didn't 70 people pass that night? 70 people died. I mean, man, that was outrageous. I wasn't into tornadoes when Mayfield occurred. Only last year's when I got into them. But learning about Mayfield was unbelievable. December night, over 2 hours long, nearly 3 on the ground. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. That is probably the most incredible radar presentation I've ever seen in my life. You know, that is the most textbook, like, violent tornado like ever. Like, I've been doing this for a very, very long time. You know, intermittently tracking. You know, since like 2016, right? I've seen a lot of tornadoes on radar. Okay, Mayfield is really a cake taker, and there's competition. But it's not like you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's not much that compares. That is truly a marvel of like. I mean, it's unbelievable. Man, 3 years, yeah. The velocity scan, the velocity totally cracked out. Bassfield was cool, but Bassfield wasn't as impressive as Mayfield, you know what I mean? In terms of just looking on radar, I mean, with both of them in mind, Amory was one that I thought was a lot stronger than it looked. You know, I remember thinking that, like, you know, we all knew Rolling Fork was pretty bad, but I assumed those areas of Amory were much worse. Yeah, the forever mezzo. Cole was very impressed. Cole is one of the most interesting storm interactions I've seen on radar. You know, it's definitely like a top 30. Like, I mean, it was super cool to just see the Fujiwara around with that other supercell, and I mean, it was super cyclic, and it was really cool. It was strong, though. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some areas where Cole, you know, I think it was definitely a violent tornado. I think that it was capable of EF4 damage and stuff like that. I may be going to Tulsa for Saturday. Brother, why? Where are you going? Do you have to go out there? Like, I know you're enthusiastic and you want to chase, you know, but you are young, and on a day like Saturday, you know, I really would advise you not to. Yeah, and I've seen that news coverage that you were talking about. They were talking about hail as the violent tornadoes on the ground. It's like, bro, we there's a little more to worry about. But we have quite a few beefy storms out here. Your dad sounded hesitant. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't if I were you. You know, you're still a bit young, and your first real chase day being a day like Saturday, no way. You probably shouldn't. I wouldn't at all. I really want to see how these things look. Oh, look at that. Yeah, you definitely need to multitask. Yeah, the MD that was like EF4 to EF5 ongoing. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. That's probably the craziest mesoscale discussion like ever. God, man, the MPass RT is so slow at loading in, but I am so want to know what it outputs so bad. Because this model has, again, it's one of the good ones, you know. Oh, I want to see it. You know, you can learn a lot, but again, you still are, oh, gosh, man, like I couldn't imagine you out there chasing and you're trying to orient yourself around violent tornadoes. I just really wouldn't. Like I can't endorse. You know what I mean? That's not something that can be endorsed. Do we have another we got this left split out here that is just spinning. Did I say the left spint? We're probably going to see a lot of cool... No, I did? Okay. I was wondering if that slipped out. Look at that. Right in there. We're on... Again, anything past this boundary here, you know, there's a lot of convective inhibition. And that is an incredibly well-defined boundary. There's probably some landspouts ongoing along it. I would not be surprised at all. But it's super well-defined boundary, and anything that crosses it or even briefly interacts with it could go tornado. But anything that passes it is going to have an issue. These guys are taking their time. Well, that's something. Some guy, a United States weather expert. Okay, this guy goes, someone posted the Landspout, and he goes, "Thank you for the video. However, if it has rotation in a thunderstorm, by definition, it is not a Landspout. All this is doing is confusing the public." Hey, it's a Landspout, though. There wasn't. What are you on about? I don't know. It just, what a guy. What a guy. Good old Mike Smith, man. He's a fella. He's something. Clearly not an expert, yeah. We're spinning hard on this one. Considerable now. Dude, I'm so ready for this HRRR run, dude. Do you guys say HRRR, or are you a her kind of person? Or are you an HRRR kind of person? If you say HRRR, you need to go to jail. Her. I'll use them interchangeably sometimes. I'll say HRRR the most, but I'll say her sometimes. Bro, I used to be like, HR. Bro, imagine being like, dude, check the HRRR. Check the HRRR. H3R. When I started forecasting, I did too, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes you'll be like HRRR, man. HRRR. I used to use HRRR. Hello, Schloon. Caden, how's your internet connection? I think your internet's bugging out, brother. It's sending the same message like 4 times. Maybe you are just telling me that you're 14 and know what a Landspout is multiple times. But I feel like your internet might be bugging. And by the way, the person who makes these thumbnails is June. June makes the thumbnails for these coverage videos. Low level jet coming before or after 0Z? Before. I want to say before. Just before. Or actually 0Z's 20 minutes. After. After. We're going after. W July. Okay. August. Who up Augusting? But we had a nice merger here with this guy, and now we've ramped up that. Just Dustin. Just Dustin. Just Dustin. Dude, that is outrageous. Just Dustin. Just Devontae. Eagleian. Who up Gus fronting? Dude, I'm up watching these storms dance. That's what I'm doing. I'm ready for him to do something. Just Davina. Okay, that's a good one. Just Davina. I forgot about Davina. Davina, we need you. Golf H, bro. I forgot about Golf H. Who is Google? What the F is Golf H? Man, dude, that's one that's an old one, man. I think that one's from like last July. So there was a let's not explain. Listen. We'll save that for another one. Explain, please. Please explain. We got a hailer out here near Russell Springs, dude. If I'm in Russell Springs, bro, I'm crying because my car just got obliterated. Oh, look at that. Golf H gatekeeping. That's what we do around here. So, Dante, basically, he was telling a story one time about golf ball sized hail. Okay. Or something like that. He said that he got pegged by a bunch of golf balls. That was his word choice. His word choice was pegged by some golf balls. So obviously, we go on namesearch.com and we look up human beings named golf ball. Because we're stunned. We're like, who did this to you, Dante? Who did this to you? So we try to look for people named golf ball. We find a person named Golf H. That's the closest thing. So I find this guy's number. And he's like, he like works at a company or something. So I find this guy's number. And I call him repeatedly on stream. Because I am trying to ask him about Dante and what he did to Dante. That's the story of Golf H. That's Golf H. Don't do that. Well, Dante had a very, very, very worrying accusation. A little laser beam here. You can see the laser beams being shot out. The HARP lasers. And see as they pass the storm, we gear up. We get the supercell going. The laser beams interact. I can't believe people really think that. People are crazy. Dude, I saw a guy on Twitter today that was going on about how... oh, God, what was it? It was the radar... The radars were... Old K-streams were awesome. See, when you guys say that stuff, though, it makes me think... Do these new ones suck? Do the new ones suck? I think nostalgia bias just hits you guys a little harder. I think nostalgia bias just hits. I love these new ones too, but you say that like the old ones. There was a low... Well, I mean... having the old bad computer with trash vocal quality, with a trash mic, with a computer that barely worked, You know, it was constantly lagging. And, like, every 5 seconds you'd hear the computer beep. You know? I mean, I can't blame you. But this storm's looking interesting now. We're starting to wrap up, low-key. Look at that. We're also, I think, splitting. Yeah, we are splitting. Look at that. Look at that in velocity. We're splitting up here. I missed the heart monitor. I don't. I just want the whiteboards back. We'll do another whiteboard soon. I know I keep saying that. But we really will. Those ones they're fun for sure. Look at this. You could also have a tornado out here. North of Herndon. This is really interesting. Just vorticity madness, I guess you could say. There's just so much spin out here that stuff is just getting weird. Stuff is just getting weird. Yeah, I'd watch this one for, if you're going to do... If we're going to tornado, I think it's going to be this guy, honestly. Oops. I don't want to know the Dana rig fun facts. December 29th, 2152. We'll have another whiteboard soon. Okay, this is the one here, in my opinion. We're kind of wrapping up really nicely over there. I think they made StormNet private. I would be curious to know what StormNet thinks, but I think they privated it. Okay, here's the new Rufus run. It should go out to Saturday. It does, okay. This is the new Rufus run for Saturday. Good lord. I don't know what the Rufus's thing is with, like, doing this weird convection. It's really strange. But anyway, the Rufus is doing the exact same thing. We have just a ton of supercells, like, everywhere. Some abnormally giant ones that it's printing as well. Give it up for the Rufus. And it underdoes the environment. What is wrong with this model? Well, I know what's wrong with the model. It's the FV3 Sun, which I very much despise. But, whatever. And the FV3 does the same thing, by the way. The FV3 is outrageous with what it wants. This is the FV3. This is what the FV3 wants for today. And listen. If this happens, I'll buy all of you a Snickers bar. No way. Okay, so then Saturday comes along, and the FE3 already, gassed up on a large outbreak day. You can imagine what it's going to do. It's just initiating supercells everywhere. Like, wherever it gets the chance, it's going to fire them. Like, literally everywhere, so. Bad model, though. The models that are good are the MPAS models. The WRF NSSL is pretty good. It's decent. The HRRR, obviously. The NAM 3K, in certain situations, may be good. I hate it, though. I don't like it. The wrap is good. I hate the NAM. I'm a NAM hater. Sometimes it's good, though. Okay, give me a Galaxy bar. I'll give you a Snickers. The agreement is a Snickers bar. Okay, we got this guy up here, too. There's so much spin in so many storms. There's so many areas of interest. That's probably not a good... We're kind of far from... Or wait, I think we were actually the best where we were at here. This is about the closest we can get. There's a couple really pretty storms out there in Kansas, all over my feed. Really, really nice structure. Really nice structure. Where's Russell Springs at? You saw Reed's tweet? I did. This guy is wrapping up really nicely. And another thing is it's coming near these, too. Honestly, I would watch for any interactions with any outflow coming out of this storm. And as this supercell carouses right at this, you could very easily get a spin up with this supercell out here heading into this storm with any storm interaction is going to kick that off. This is weird up here. There is just so much spin everywhere. Literally everywhere. Yeah, it's better to chase on less intense days for your sake. And probably wait till you're a bit older, you know. You think it'll go moderate? Yeah, absolutely. What was your first chase, K? Dude, it was a long time ago. So there was this one, this one outflow dominant supercell that was coming in, towards the zoo we were at. I was probably, dude, I was probably 11, seriously, and we left the zoo, and I remember I told my mom, I was like, because it was really nice storm structure. You know, when I'm that old, you know, anything is that cool. You know, even if it's just outflow, gusty storm. So I just basically convinced my mom to just keep driving and stay ahead of this thing, like, the whole time. So, you know, we ended up being in the car for like an hour or so. It just, you know, kept looking at this storm, and then we pulled off into this, like, Kroger and got hailed on. And, you know, I was tweaking out. Like, it was the coolest thing ever for me. So, you know, and then I convinced her to try to take me on more chases, these little local chases that I wanted to go in. And I tried to get her to buy a. Granted, I was really young, so you know, you couldn't just like go. I can't just be like, let's go to Oklahoma, you know. So I tried to convince her to get like a Tempest Tours thing, you know, go on chasing tours and stuff like that. Obviously, it didn't work out. You know, we were kind of broke. There's no way we could afford that. But and then I started chasing, like, as much as I really could in about around 2020 or so. I was like 14, and every local setup, you know, I'd try to convince my mom, and we'd go out, and got a couple really nice storms in 2020, and then in 2021, and then once I got my license, it was just kind of freebie on every local event there was. Sort of a merger coming up in here, and just like a ton of inflow contamination, it looks like. And we are just going. Where's that low-level jet at, bro? Where you at, bro? Where are you at? Come on, man. And see, 35 knots on top of these storms. And again, it shouldn't be much longer before we start ripping, but what is wrong with you, Peach? Let's see a rap. I want to know, like, let's get a rap sounding out here. Along this area, just to kind of see what the environment could be like. Okay, that is definitely totally mixed out. That's probably not. Okay, well. Oh no, it's actually accurate. We're actually quite mixed out down here. 79 over 59. It's kind of butt. That's not very good. Probably need those. You know, we're a little too close here. As we move a little more east, you know, it's better. We seem to be mixing pretty hard. Down here, it's pristine. We have a 77 over 65. Do we still have storms down here, or do we not? But temps will come down, and that low-level jet will increase, which will yield a higher tornado threat with time. Yeah, we do. We have some attempts down here. We have some attempts. But right, for the time being, tornadoes are probably going to be exclusive to like boundary or storm interactions. And again, I mean, this is just weird. As we're approaching this storm, it looks like we're splitting. It's like it sacrificed itself. Splitting into the blob. With multiple areas of rotation on this blob. And that's the best way to put it. Tomorrow is a more surefire, like, tornado outbreak day. Wow. Holy cow. Near Johnson City, there is a super pretty mezzo. I'll drop a couple pictures. This one is near Johnson City, Kansas. And then there's another one near Garden City. I mean, we're getting some nice pancakes. That's for sure. Some nice sculpted pancakes. I'm hungry now. Getting hungry off the storm pancakes. This guy looks really nice down here too. I mean, that's actually probably the most substantial wrap up we've had in quite some time. We might see a better view from KDDC, maybe. We might be trying here. We might be trying a tornado here. I mean, there's a ton of inflow, that's for sure. This is the one I think that they're... Okay, this is the Russell Springs storm up here. Just near the border of... or no, we're in just northern Kansas, never mind. The play is always Colorado. Truly. The play is always Colorado. I'm so tired I can barely type. Is your sleep schedule normal for the first time in your life, dude? It's like only like, what, 10 p.m. for you? 10, 9 o'clock? I'm stunned. Is this a train? Are these trains? No, it's 8 p.m. Doofus. My fault. Dang. Okay, no way that would be a train. We're like 10,000 feet aloft. I'm dumb. What are these? What is it picking up here? What are these artifacts? What in the world is what are those? They've been in, like, pretty persistent. Don't know what they are, though. So many different areas. I want to see the wrap and where that low-level jet is going to crank. Panhandle. So, if we have storms that go in the Panhandle, which they're trying, I mean, yeah, for sure, and down there, by 0Z out here, same thing, but a little to a lesser extent. The photographs look a bit better down south in the Panhandle, but storms seem to have a problem getting going, which is, makes sense. There is still plenty of capping down there that you'd have to override, but there are continuous attempts down there at convective initiation. So, as long as it keeps trying. Looks like we have another tornado on the ground in northwest Eckley, northwest of Eckley. I think it's probably this one. Oh no, it's this right over here. Actually, this is interesting. I don't know if he's talking about this one or something that's going on here. Maybe this one. But it looks like we have a big spinny mezzo and broad dusty circulation. I'm pissed. What's up? Dude, we are really ramping here again. Like I said, with any of these storm interactions, and we're getting close to this, and we are really strengthening. is interesting. That's interesting. Can't get out of town until 3:30 tomorrow and I have an hour and a half drive. What? Why? There's like no way? Like there's zero shot. Oh man. It sucks. I'm going to speed, brother, if you can catch up with him. But hey. Dude, this guy is trying to produce, man. The inflow is ripping. Really ripping. How far are they going to move tomorrow? Oh, man, they might be 40 or so. Like, if you're too far behind them, you know, you're basically cooked. I'm kind of hungry. You know what sounds good? Like a really big pizza. Like a really big pizza. Like an abnormally large piece of pizza. Sounds really good. Like a significantly abnormal size of pizza. A potentially dangerous slice of pizza. Sig severe pizza? Absolutely. That's what we need. Extremely significant pizza. Substantial pizza in my stomach. Man, dude, the M-Pass is so slow. So slow. I have an ultrasonic fog machine. Like ultrasonic fog sensors. You just put it underwater and turn it on and it just generates fog. Get them on eBay. That's what it's called, yeah. Ultrasonic fog machine thing. We have two areas of interest. This could produce, and this could produce. If I'm a chaser, I'm right here in this field, and I'm sitting with both, and I'm about to get two beautiful photogenic tornadoes. That's what's going to happen. No, and in all seriousness, this is about to be crazy. Look at this. We have this guy punching out here that is seriously about to produce, and then this guy is ripping. Could do the exact same thing. There's some interesting boundary stuff that could go on up here with this merger into the gust front. Could spit something out. So this little supercell cluster here could get pretty. There's not much out here to hit, so pretty much no threat to people. Yeah, it's could be a twins kind of thing. But if I'm out here on this road, I pulled off and I'd be waiting for the money shot. That's what I'd be doing, at least. You'd get both of the storms, really good view. This thing, yeah, that thing. It's exactly what I have. Far left of DDC, let's see. Possible tornado. I don't know about that. I mean, strong inflow, but I'm not sure about like a tornado ongoing. But strong inflow, no doubt. It's cranking. It looks just a little more anemic than I'd want it to be, you know. It looks like it'd be struggling a bit. This is so the play right here. This guy's kind of doglegging here, and you know, big wind threat here, but there could also be, if it was able to swing around, which I really doubt, but if that would be able to swing around, you'd have a tornado threat with that, obviously. All these little storms out here, especially if they quickly grab onto the boundary, could produce a Landspout. And of course we have these supercells down here that are just chugging along. They're just being pretty right now. They're not posing much of a threat. They're just kind of just spinning and looking beautiful. That's like all they're doing. Now you would never suggest anybody to go outside to look at a storm that's gonna pose threat. But if you're south of one of these things, maybe go check it out. Man, there's multiple areas here. You have this guy right here that could produce. You could have this main big merger that we just had. This guy right here that could produce. And then this guy at the end that could produce. They're all three rotating and pose a tornado threat. And you can see it curl up and spin in there. So we could see a tornado because we just kind of had that gust front interaction here. And this thing could easily spit out a tornado near Holyoke. That region. And any of these spots here. One of these was producing what looked to be a gusty or a brief dusty tornado. I don't know how much farther it's going to shift west. Nothing like too substantial, but I think right now is really solid where it's at. If it's shifting west, it's not going to be like a super significant shift west. Like, I don't want to say it's set in stone, but any trends from here on out are going to be probably slight. There's another Landspout. Yep, as I'm talking about it, there's a tornado ongoing. Seems to be a Landspout tornado ongoing between Holyoke and Paoli in this little merger area with all that spin. There is another tornado ongoing. There's just so much spin out here, man. It's crazy. Did you actually know it go? I think he just likes to say that he knew it. He likes to have the jump on it. Wait, what? Wait, what? It's so funny because the what thing is kind of like a dude. It reminds me of like MLG memes from like 2016, where it's like you what mate with like a M8. You know what I mean? You what mate? Like a human time capsule. You saying what? Good times. Good times. Is that so? Get the camera, Mom, get the camera. I I don't know how good those times were. I mean, it was really interesting. It was some weird memes, man. Some really weird memes. Like that was really weird, and I watched them a ton, man. Dude. I remember this one, this MLG. Dude, what was it? It was MLG like Sid the Science Kid. Dude, it was wild. It's so wild. It's so crazy. All those videos are crazy. As the bro. Today has just been a great chasing day for so many people. I'm going to Kansas Saturday. Dang, man, you're gonna make the plummet all the way down there. My hope will never, bro. You're spitting out all the MLG ha-has, dude. God, look at that though. Supercell gets fully absorbed into that squall line thing. Well, not squall line, but this cluster, and really just wraps up in there. Just whoop. Wee ball. Oh, go for it, man. Go for it. You're within range, dude. Dude, I would be too. It got sucked very hard. Alright. Wow. Nice. That's so bad. I can't believe I just said that. It's terrible. Dude, some people are so... Man. There's a picture of a little landspout, and a meteorologist reposted it and said, "Pretty cool." And someone was like, "I don't think people who were impacted by it would call it cool." Dude, it is a land. Dude, it is like a 40-mile-an-hour landspout. Like the worst thing that happened is somebody's trash can got pushed over today. Like at most it has been a minor inconvenience. At most. Bro, I'm seeing unk memes of old people about people that were born in 2005. Are you serious? Really? Am I getting unkified? The bird feeder fell off the tree. It's Jover, dude. I guess it is, man. I mean, that's one way to take out the trash. Good one. I'm giggling. I'm giggling hard. Okay, Mr. Peach. Is he even in here? My brother has achieved Unk status, man. People born in 2009, Unk status. People born in 2010, Unk status. Everybody gets Unk status. A fun little day before the day kind of thing, though, that's for sure. Or, well, day before the day before the day. I keep seeing those videos of babies in 2024 and the caption is "Bro missed everything." It's giving, dude. I saw one of those and I thought the same thing. I was like, dude, you missed everything. Like, bro, imagine just being born like today. Like, what do you even say? Like, dude, you missed so much. Like, bro, you missed so much stuff, bro. Like, how where do I even begin? Like, you missed so much, bro. Like, bro, you missed so much. Like, dog, you missed yesterday. Like, yeah, dude, how do you miss yesterday? Like, bro, you missed Spalding. Like, bro, even the new weather enthusiasts saw that, bro. You missed Spalding. Come on, bro. Look at this supercell is just developed out of this. Just kind of beefed up in the last couple scans. Where the Billings, Montana EF5. Oh man, still like 2 hours out from being able to see the day. M-Pass is incredibly slow. One thing that also could, you know, I don't know if it still shows it, but we do have cloud cover. I don't know how much. I mean, we do have pretty substantial cloud cover in eastern Oklahoma, which would really hurt instability. It says it doesn't exist. Is that the one, the up close shot of the Landspout earlier? Was that the up close one? Like that really good picture? Stovepipe looking Landspout? Hold on. Because the Twitter link is like invalid. Because I see it's from Pappenheim. Is the one from earlier? If it is, I've seen it. Oh my god. No, it is not the one from earlier. Holy cow. Big boy. Big dusty tube, man. But yeah, I guess one issue with Saturday is cloud cover like all over the warm sector. That obviously is not going to be helpful. So we'll see how that evolves. Tends to overdo it a bit. I like to use the RDPS for cloud cover because it seems to be much better, so we can see what the RDPS thinks. And the RDPS thinks there's going to be quite a bit of cloud cover, so we'll see how that impacts the event. Because that's definitely a cloud cover model. Yeah, so we had a tornado up here ongoing. Wow. Pretty incredible. Dude, I would drive into it. I don't have enough discipline. I'd drive right into it. I mean, a big dusty tube, dude. I'd go full on intercept the dusty tube. Yeah, I think I see that up here. Or I could walk. I guess you could walk into it. That might be a little painful though. You'd get cut up hard, all the dust. You'd be sandblasted. Slightly uncomfortable. What a tornado fest though. Seriously, so much. This is the kind of stuff that's fun to watch, track, and stuff like that. It's not like a violent tornado outbreak, you know. Look at this though. Look at this evolution here, where we got all these tornadoes. This supercell merged with the cluster here, wrapped up, produced, and then this little area right here, the little appendage on the side, has been producing. You can see a nice little like RFD gust front from that. So it's just like a supercell cluster basically, and it's just grabbing onto any ambient vorticity that's around and just producing landspouts. Landspouts are hybrids. What happened? Not much. There's just been a ton of spouts. Like there's been a couple really nice landspouts. I'll send a link. Someone said I look like Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Good lord, man. I'm getting notifications that people are liking my repost. Jesus, look at that. Mr. Arizona, your tweet has 124 likes in an hour, basically. 124 likes. 25 reposts. Look at that, dude. I had to put my phone on my bed because it was buzzing so much. Dude, I would have put my... Never mind, bro. This is a coverage stream. We gotta keep it... Gotta keep it cool. Yeah, just lots of Landspout stuff. Cool interactions here with this supercell merging into the cluster here. But... You know, we've been chilling so far. It looks like Texas might be down near by the Panhandle. We might have sort of a cap bust. But dude, it's been a Landspout fest up there in Colorado. I mean, as to be expected, when you have a day like this and Colorado's even on the table, with that just much ambient crack vorticity out there. I mean, what are we doing? That 3K vort is probably... Yeah, I mean, the overlap, it's easy. It's magic right there. You're going to get yourself some spooties. Random Landspout in Utah, really? But yeah, a significant severe weather day, no doubt. Plenty of supercells, plenty of hailers. Lots of, you know... Landspout and hybrid tours out here in this region. But really cool stuff, nonetheless. Nice day before the day kind of thing. Nice way to start off the sequence with a nice chase day for most chasers. I'm back from cooking dinner. What'd you eat? There's been a couple really nice Landspouts here. I'll drop the link to this tweet. There's been a couple really nice Landspouts. You reposted it? Oh, I guess I'm dumb. Or was that the one that, Crockpot chicken and fruit? Good stuff. Crockpots are like peak machinery. Can make everything in a crockpot, dude. Throw chicken in a crockpot with random ingredients and make like a random like soup, stew thing. You're set. It's life. This spinner down here near Syracuse, Kansas. This guy's just a nice sculpted storm. Not much of a like significant severe weather threat from that. But I think, yeah, Texas seems to be kind of a cat bust. We have a ton of dry air down there. And I don't think our storms are going to be able to survive. We have continuous attempts at initiation, but they just keep getting shredded. They're just getting shredded down there. So Texas might be kind of cooked, the Panhandle. Y'all mess with sand? It's cool. Sand can be pretty cool. I mean, it can, like, you know, it can be used to make glass. It can, you know, it can be used for moon sand is really fun. Moon sand and like kinetic sand. That stuff's that's fun to play with. I mess with that. Straight up sand, you know, it's pretty cool to like step in when it's warm and when it's cool, honestly. When it's cool, it's really nice, like a beach at nighttime. But, you know, once it gets in your eyeballs or something, it's you're not exactly very happy about that. That's never a fun there's black sand in Iceland. I'm not kidding. I definitely didn't think you were kidding about that. That'd be an interesting joke. What does the rap think about the cloud cover? Because that is one thing that's interesting. Is the rap is on there with it. Went to a volcanic beach in Hawaii, and the sand was black. And I know the black sand beaches, Hawaii. Look at that. That's pretty dope. All the volcanic ash and stuff. That's pretty dope. That's hard, dude. It's like an opium beach. The Playboy Cardi beach. Oh no, bro. They got the Playboy Cardi beach out there, bro. That beach is such a hater, bro. Of course the beach is volcanic. SMH. I don't know what I'm gonna get for dinner. I had some pizza bread earlier, but that's not like really dinner, bro. I guess pizza bread. I'm gonna have to like go out later. Do I get Taco Bell? I mean, Taco Bell's always like reliable, but should I? Panini posted on Twitter. The deli closes soon, so I can't do that. Had some pasta and garlic bread tonight. What was on your pasta? Crab Rangoon, yeah. You excited for Twisted 1.21? I am. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to customize my car and stuff. That'd be sick. That'd be so sick. Like off-road tires or something, so you can finally just drive. It was bow ties. No, but like was there any sauce on it or like what was it? Was it like, you know, you have any Alfredo or like no? Like butter? Just butter? Okay. Yeah, buttery pasta. Some good buttery pasta. Dude, that can be really flavorful. Genuinely. Like if you have some just buttery pasta and some garlic bread, dude. Old reliable right there. Old reliable. They changed tornadoes. Yeah, I saw that. I saw the suction vortices were real dusty now. And they had a really cool look to them. I'm okay. Thanks, Red Electric. I was really, dude, I was thinking to myself, like, I wonder how he's doing. The game can run on an iPhone 6 with like 45 FPS. Hey, not bad. So the optimization is really good, which, I mean, is something that we, oh my gosh, need. You know, this little convergence and layout of boundaries here would be really supportive for landspouts and stuff and hybrids. Because it kind of, but you know, you need storms. You need storms from that to interact with that, but there won't. I'm from the middle of nowhere in Virginia. Happy birthday. How old were you when you moved to Texas? Dude, these things are just big, blobby hailers. 6 months old. Oh, okay. So you were really young. 6 months. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize the typo. 6 months. He was as old as 6 months. Wow, dude. There's a picture of the. Okay, so if you guys didn't know this, the first tornado in Alaska since 2005 was recorded yesterday, I believe. Yesterday. And there's a picture of it. Check this out, bro. This was near Rusty Point on April 19th. But you can see the snow-topped mountains here. And this is a shot and a half right here. The snowy capped mountains and this just beautiful tube. The first one recorded since 2005 in the area. So crazy rare and pretty cool. Though they say not rare, that's probably true. They're probably not that rare. It's just who lives in Nebraska. There's probably not a lot of people out there looking for landspouts in Nebraska, so. But it is the first documented since then. Did I say Nebraska? Did I say Nebraska? You mean Alaska? I meant Alaska. Did I say Nebraska? Yes, dude. I said Nebraska. Okay. Alaska. I meant Alaska. I did not mean to say Nebraska. Good lord. My brain's rotting. Who lives in Nebraska? Truly, who does? The Nebraska resident. The Nebraska phenotype will not like this. You just gotta give them a runza and they'll be happy. I still want to try a runza. Terrible, you're not real. Hurting me. Do I get Taco Bell? That's what I'm thinking. Like Taco Bell or like oh hi Unk. I could go for some Taco Bell. Did any of you seriously put an LSR of a report of a tornado near Bird City with the source being newspaper? Are you serious? Are you serious? Newspaper indicated tornado. They like received the report. Dude, they very quickly printed that one. They very quickly printed that one out. How do I get the storm report stuffs? Whoa, what did I just do here? I just turned on swag mode apparently. Dude, I don't know how to work this. Anyway, newspaper sourced Landspout. That is so dumb. You like this? It's a little too low res for me, personally. I mean, it's cool, but I can see more in this color table, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I can see more here. Imagine an April 1st forecast stream with the brown color table. That is still such a... What a thing. What an interesting color table. Blessed moment in EAS community history, truly. With the brown color table. I have like 400 different reflectivity tables I could show you, but it would take forever to show. Yeah, and my current one here and Grag are my favorites. I don't put on Grag a lot, but I'll put Grag on this time. Hold on. This is Grag. I really like Grag. In the yeah, the big picture of John Fetterman and Dream. Yeah, this is Grag here. But I really like Grag and Fortnite. I just closed out of GR2. Let's take a walk over there. A stroll. You copied Cameron Nixon's color table to a T, and you're sticking with it. You should sell it. You should be a plug for the color table. Favorite one is the high res BR one I sent you. It's nice. It's really nice. I like all the ones that are super smooth. Like each individual like this. Like this is super smooth. Does that make sense? Like if you look at the legend on the side, it's super smooth. Whereas something like, I don't know, Grag, I guess, it's not totally smooth. It's kind of choppy. Like I like a very gentle. Eben, you have to. Wow. I do like that too, and that's one issue that I guess I have with this color table is the pinks start pretty early. Like you have pinkage that pops up at like 50 dBz in here, but I kind of got used to the look. And now it just makes hail, like large hail, like kind of purple blacked out almost. What do color tables go off of hex codes, right? Or what do they work on? Hex. Thought so. Oh, so it's the... Dude, what if I made my own color table right now, fellas? What if we do that? Hold on. Oh no, that's a shortcut. I don't want to like... Okay, this is what I'll do. Here, this is what we'll do. I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna change like various numbers here. Like, and just see what happens. Like, if I just... Like, if I just do that. I made the Halloween edition. The Halloween color table, dude. The Halloween color table. The lean color table. Dude, this is... The walk table. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Peach is a hater. He showed a shred of happiness today. He called something cute on Twitter. Like I've never seen him do that. Oh no, I can't find it. It was your drawing. I know, but you're never happy about anything in life. You know? Is the impasse RT in? Bro, it's just before. Okay, it has the morning convection that's gonna spread out of the way. Oh my gosh, it takes forever. Let me. You're the reason I'm unhappy? May? Or are you saying maybe? Are you trying to say maybe, or you just say may? Okay. Alright, so, you can see the storms are definitely, our tornado potential isn't, very high with some of these storms, but you can see that the hail here is, slightly we have some hailers for sure. About 3 trillion cape out here. Yuck my eyes. Look at that. We have oh my god. Shut up, uncle. Holy, it's all pink. Yeah, dude, the hail is just lots of hail out there. Hold on, let me edit the, it's so pink. Dude, you guys, man. Hold on, let me edit, or wait, what is this? Oh no, this is the, hold on. Which one is the, oh no, it was K-Lot. We'll change up the colors here. Oh yeah, definitely spooky. This is the lean color table for sure. Now it's definitely the lean color table. It's like all purple. I don't know why it's kind of cool though. It's kind of cool. The purple is kind of nice. Raining lean. You want the lean color table? Okay, I see lol.pal. Please don't be a zip bomb. Okay. Oh my god. This is an evil color table. This is evil. It's just some random small news station uses. Dude, imagine turning on and seeing the lean color table. This is just, like, disgusting. It's like a radioactive. There should be a scene in a scenario, or like a mock if I make one. It's like, just sneak this in here somehow. Evil weather be like. Dude, the evil weather. What if you turn all the values to like 0? It would just be nothing. Or hold on, let's do some science math here. I'm gonna turn 100, 100, 100, 100. What if I just make like everything 100? Or like I'm gonna make something like 10,000 or something. Put a lot of 100s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 71,120. Okay. Okay. That should be good. Okay, it just crashed my GR2. It tried to load in a color that does not. No. Don't do this to me. No. Don't tell me. Bro, how do I fix this? How do I fix it? How do I fix it? It won't even open now. It won't even open. Oh no, dude. Oh god. What did you do? I was messing around with the color table and I put a couple values in here of 71,000 and I dragged and dropped the color table into GR2 and now GR2 won't open. Now it won't open. Dude, can I like sneak throw it in here? Sneak attack. Drop a normal color table in here. Bro. Is there a fix? Is there a fix? Dude, what am I gonna do? Is there a way that I can go in like app data and change it up? Hold on. I'll open run and try to get in. Reinstall. I don't want to do all that shit. Oh my god. All that again? There's gotta be a way that I can just get in. Bruh. What happened? I was making a color table and I just put one of the values at 74,000 and I dropped it in the GR2 and now GR2 won't open. Which you could make the argument that I brought this upon myself. You could make the argument, okay? Come on, bro. Do I really have to reinstall and do all the... Well, you let curiosity get the best of you? I didn't know that a color table could nuke your GR2. I didn't know it could disable the app, dude. It could nuke the application. Hold on. Is there any way? There's got to be a way to do something internally, right? Right? Oh, good grief. Come on, there's got to be a way. There's gotta be a way. I can't just like sneak drop it in so it doesn't crash. Like just try to sneak drop my other one. Damn it, dude. Well, I gotta fully... Dude, of course. Like, of course. Like, that could only ever happen to me. Truly. That could only ever happen to one person. Why? Alright. Time to uninstall GR2. Oh my good lord. I gotta redo all that though, dude. It's gonna suck. I gotta Oh, I gotta put in all the place files again and everything. Dude, I'm gonna puke. God damn it. Of course. Okay. I'm gonna just do... I think we're just gonna end stream here. Severe weather threat, like tornado threat, is pretty much done. I'm gonna try to work on this, and I'm gonna go get some food. So it's been fun. It's been a good one. Hopefully this works, fixes itself. So it's been fun, guys. I'll see you on the next stream, which should be tomorrow. Or later tonight if I'm feeling like it. But it's been real, guys. I'll see you.